Good day, YouTube. How are you doing today? Myself, pretty excited just to chill in Apex Legends for a bit. I do believe that we are going to be joined by Grant just to chill and chat with them while we mess around and get our asses handed to us a little bit. So, we start that call up.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
Good. We haven't talked for a while.
Have not.
You wanna know how I did at my locals?
Uh, second place?
Fourth.
Fourth, nice.
Better than sixth place.
Hold on. Just,
Yeah, I'm loud.
yeah. Just,
Yeah, everyone tells me that. That's just how it is.
alright, say some stuff.
Hi.
Time?
Hello.
Okay, that's better. I put you down 20%.
So, you don't mind me telling you what the DLC is? I'm not doing any
Yeah,
story
I don't really
spoilers.
care. The story is decent. Like I enjoy the story, but it's not what's keeping me in all
It's...
honesty.
You get to play as Jack, the Ripper.
Oh, okay, that DLC. Got you. I did see that advertised on one of the things when it was loading.
It's a pretty good DLC. It's a pretty good DLC.
Finder. Marksman. Survive 6 ring. We can do this all with trios. What I've been doing in Apex Legends is pretty much playing for about an hour and a half to 2 or until I do all the daily challenges at the very least.
Mm.
But I've been having a blast and a half with this game. I've been thinking about adding a third game and like playing 2 hours, 2 hours, and 2 hours.
Have you tried Left 4 Dead yet?
Not yet. I'm probably gonna end up doing that sometime in the near future.
It's a good game, trust me.
I believe it.
That's why I picked it up for you.
I've seen some gameplay of it, and I'm definitely interested in
See,
playing both of them. Whether or not I'll have people with me,
oh,
if
a
I'm
part
doing
of
it
me wants
solo.
a part of me wants to pick you up this game just because it's actually funny.
Oh God. What game would that be?
Death and Taxes.
Death and Taxes. That sounds familiar. I think I've seen an advertisement.
You are a worker for the Reaper in the afterlife, and you have to check who deserves to go up or go down, basically.
Oh, that's great.
And it's $5 right now.
Like staging. That's where I always land in this damn game.
But another one would be really cool if like I just get you ghosting goblins and say good luck.
I've never heard of that one, I don't think.
It's harder than Dark Souls.
Oh. I might enjoy it. I enjoy a little
Because
bit of
it's
rage.
from the NES era of, yeah, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected. It's from the NES era, so like Ninja Gaiden and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
It's brutally hard. But yeah, no, when I picked you up Left 4 Dead, I picked myself up Witcher 3. Because you can apparently run it.
Wow, we got obliterated.
So I got all the Witcher games now.
I do hope you enjoy the Witcher games. I've seen Left 4 Dead. I'm definitely interested in checking that out.
Here's the thing, you know Back 4 Blood, right?
Yes, it's a lot like
Same
Left
team.
4 Dead.
Same team.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, I'm not going to get Back 4 Blood just for one thing. I'm like, I could get Left 4 Dead, and I get that it's like better UI, more customization, and like basically a better Left 4 Dead. But if I could pick up Left 4 Dead for $2,
I mean, there's a reason I've seen that game as much as I have. It's popular, and
yeah.
it's something.
And don't worry, you can
It's been on
mod
my long
Xenomorph.
list. It was on. Like that was a game that was definitely on my long list. The two games that are on my short list right now, the ones that I'm more than likely gonna, Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and remaster of Grand Theft Auto Trilogy or whatever it's called, or they're calling it, because Vice City and San Andreas are like I have such fond memories with those games, and I would definitely love to play 3 again. So
Speaking of remasters, I got Pokemon Diamond and Pearl on pre-order right now for me. I got the double pack because, of course, they didn't remake Platinum. I'm mad.
they'll eventually do something like that.
They haven't even remade Emerald. I don't think that they will.
Eh.
Like, first of all, little tangent. Rayquaza is better than Groudon and Kyogre.
All right.
And Giratina is better than Dialga and Pialga. Damn it.
See, it's funny. I've never been the biggest fan of the Pokemon series. I've watched some of the anime. It's just that Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff like that's never really grasped my attention.
See,
some
the
odd
thing
reason.
is, I'm not the biggest fan of the Pokemon series either. Just Diamond and Pearl is what I grew up on.
Okay.
Those were my very, like, not that Platinum was technically my very first Pokemon. And so I'm just like, I like those Pokemon just because I grew up on that. The starters I remember, and it's more of nostalgic of why I'm getting it, but I also do like the games, and frankly, if I'm going to be getting any double pack for the Pokemon series, Diamond and Pearl is definitely going to be one I'm getting. Because I do not care for the other ones.
It's kind of like one of the reasons why I'm so hyped for the Grand Theft Auto stuff. It's some of the games that I played just like that's what I grew up playing. So.
Oh yeah, there's one thing that you can do in the Jack the Ripper DLC. You can like, so his DLC is all about fear.
I would imagine so.
So what you could do instead of just, you know, sneak up and assassinate in Assassin's Creed, you brutalize a person,
Oh, okay.
terrifying people, and if people get too close, you can legitimately inhale and just scream this unholy scream.
That is very interesting.
It's a good DLC because you play. I'm not going to spoil much, but you do play as the Ripper, and you also play as one of the other characters. I'm not spoiling what happens because you don't inherently need to know the story. You don't need to even beat the game. It will make a little sense if you do, but it's like its own separate thing. So it's nothing major. It's just like, oh, that's what happened. Okay. So it kind of spoils the ending, but that's pretty much it.
Eh.
Yeah. The ending to most Assassin's Creed stuff is just timey-wimey bullshit.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think they should have stopped with the IRL stuff after the third game. In all honesty, I probably should not be running towards the enemies
I
like that.
didn't like the RL stuff in Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah, they have this tendency to try and like make that very important series, and it's one of those
The
things
thing
where
is-
after Desmond's story, it's like its importance goes away.
Yeah, because here's the thing. His story ended. And you don't see that stuff in Syndicate. Because they stopped it altogether. Just because they knew it wasn't working. Well, I wonder why it wasn't working. Well, because Desmond was the only RL story that really mattered. That's the only one that you kind of set up. And Assassin's Creed 4 just kind of shoehorned it. It just said like, oh, you're an employee now. And it's just like, it wasn't needed.
Ow.
But that game would have been completely fine without the RL stuff.
Yeah.
And when you say that about a certain thing, then that kind of definitely shows that it really wasn't needed.
Well, it's funny because it's not just like the IL stuff taken away from the story of the game.
It was the adding to the story, but it was so like linear. Of like, oh yeah, you're running on walls, and now you're walking with an iPad.
Well, it's like it's not even gameplay for this portion. It's ah shit. That's bad. Anyways,
It's not gameplay, it's just
it's story.
exposition.
They're literally just giving you story, then taking away from everything else. They're like, oh, the piece of Eden, and it's like I don't.
It's like, yeah. It's like, yeah, thanks, game.
I was interested. Like there was literally a moment before there's like this really interesting sequence going on, and then all of a sudden, it takes you out of that sequence and is like, hey, let's go talk about two people IRL that you do not care about. Lyle?
I do like Assassin's Creed 4 of how Kenway isn't really an assassin. He kind of becomes one.
Yeah, he's just a pirate.
Yeah, he's just a pirate. He just did pirate stuff. That's how he got the Assassin's gear. Pirate stuff. And he becomes one though. And I feel that's why also I think that's a really stronger story, because I didn't like how 3 portrayed the story of like, oh, you're playing through this one assassin, you're really liking the story, and then it just changes. It's like, what? Okay. And since 3 was the one, technically my first Assassin's Creed that I beat, it kind of just was like, it was fun, but I look back and it's like, oh, it wasn't the best. I definitely liked 4 more, and I skipped over Origins and Unity, and then I went straight to Syndicate.
What's the most recent one?
Valhalla. People say it's actually really good. Oh, this game's actually so much fun. It's called, I think it's called, oh, I'm gonna mispronounce this name so badly. Juarez?
That name sounds super familiar.
It was a 2003 one, and it's, not even gonna lie, it's $7. That's a steal. It is incredibly good. You can get the DLCs for like, total, it would be $12. It's a first-person Western shooter that allows you to like dodge bullets, and you know, it's actually really, really good. I played it a little bit and I had fun with it.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch this to listen to what you were saying, because I barely heard you. I mean, I heard about the game and the dodge bullets and Western style and stuff like that.
I'll send you a link to it.
Okay, my apologies for being half
Most
focused.
of the reviews have been like 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's solid. It's a steal for the
Elden Ring.
right now.
That's like the most recent game that's coming out. That's new, not like a re-release like Skyrim or Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas, that I'm actually looking forward to. I'm going to get lost in Elden Ring. That's probably gonna become a main game, and I'm gonna like forego playing Apex Legends for it to play that. I'm also gonna try and start going live earlier, like 2 hours earlier, potentially.
Win and win again.
Well, the thing is, the most recent game I'm looking forward to right now would be God of War.
Yeah.
Let's go find
I think Elden Ring comes out before God of War, and I'm not that I'm not looking forward to God of War, it's just I'm not gonna really be able to dive into it because it's for PlayStation 5. Hell, wait a couple of years and it'll come out for the PC. That's what blows my mind, that God of War is coming out for the...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh shit. But the thing is, like, when I saw the trailer and I saw Tears stand up, God, I got fucking goosebumps.
Oh, that was such a good scene.
It's just like...
I love knowing the fact that everything they showed is probably really early on.
The Freya thing is really early.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. I say him getting to the town would be like 2/8 into the game. Early, but not prologue early.
I'm thinking the total game with like story and everything is gonna be like 60 hours or so, without doing any of the side stuff, which I guarantee there's gonna be a lot of side stuff.
I wonder who the super bosses are gonna be.
I'm dead. Shit. I thought my teammates were over there.
Got a whole army coming to your rescue.
since the Valkyrie 3 super bosses of
You chose the wrong
God of War. I wonder what the super bosses are going to be for Ragnarok.
Yeah, if they do have super bosses like they did in God of War, they probably will.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be interesting, something like that. Like they had those challenges, the Muspelheim challenge you can realize.
Just for fun.
Had a lot of side stuff with God of War.
I beat one of the challenges.
That
'cause
is
you have
not a
to do
weapon
it-
you want to hip fire, the flatline.
No. The Havoc or the Spitfire is what you want to hip fire.
Yep, Spitfire is a good
Oh.
hip fire weapon.
I know for a fact you would love this game, Tim. It's called Potion Craft.
I've heard about that game.
The art style and everything, you would love
Over
it.
here.
That's not good. Yeah, he was completely out of ammo.
Hey, take a wild guess on how much Call of Duty Black Ops 2 costs on Steam.
$30, 40.
$65.
That's so dumb.
I know. I could go to the store, find a disc copy for 20.
Yeah, yeah. Well, whatever. I
And
mean,
plus the
then
server-
again,
or
gonna
Black
be,
Ops 1 is $44.
well, I was gonna say, then again, I'm gonna be buying games that I didn't think I would be buying again.
Yeah.
I used to have a rule of not buying a game more than once, but then I think I bought Grand Theft Auto twice. Yeah, all the other Grand Theft Auto 5s I've got for free. Everything else I bought that twice. I'm gonna be buying Skyrim twice because of the anniversary edition has fishing in it. I'm not joking. That's like one of the main reasons why I'm buying it.
With its help, we will
And then the
Once a game I
Grand
need to
Theft Auto
drag
game.
you through. I need to drag you through Cuphead.
Body corrodes,
Cuphead?
but a polished mind.
I need to drag you
cleans.
through that game.
I'd be up for it.
I hope you are too.
You'd be like, how the fuck are you dodging all this? I'm like, don't worry about it.
It's like a bullet hell.
Yeah. If my brain can understand Guilty Gear, my brain can understand Bullet Hell.
I'm not the biggest fan of bullet hells. They're fun, but
I like Cuphead's aesthetic.
oh, the aesthetic's
why I
great.
wanna-
Intelligent fighter would land there.
Let's land here. Hold your breath if you have to breathe.
Be right back.
All right. I'm just focus mode because of what this game is.
Let's go this way.
Oh, we're dead. Are you shitting me? No guns? Are you shitting me? This is bad.
Super low. Ash right here. On me.
Reloading.
That was a dumb decision to do right there. Drop right below us like that. And I guess I was the... No, I wasn't the jump leader. Somebody else was, and they gave it up to us. Could have jumped somewhere else. Although, also, I got really unlucky. Not a fucking single gun in any of those chests. That was some bullshit. I opened 2 chests, and I got dick all. That was bad. Like, holy shit.
The game treating you much. Wait, no. That game's not $11.
What game?
No. Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's $11. What the hell?
That's definitely a good deal. Better deal than the Black Ops one, for sure.
No, that's its base price.
Retalk of victory and Slatra.
Like
Not
I said,
at the sale.
better deal.
Oh, that game's so worth that much. Holy shit.
That game's worth $30 at least. At least.
That's,
And that's
the only Fallout
so-
I'll ever play.
how long. I mean, I like the Fallout series. I've played, hilarious enough, 4 was my first Fallout. I've played
I
a
tried getting into New
little
Vegas.
bit of
but
New Vegas. Oh, I played a little bit of New Vegas. I don't own New Vegas.
Introducing
That
Puppy
right there is
playtime.
probably gonna mean I'm going to be getting New Vegas soon.
Taking orders for after the game, fellas. We talking what? 60 states?
So I got someone into the Alien comics because someone was a fan of the Alien movie, so I was talking about the Xeno King and the different predators, and now they're gonna try and go read the comics.
At least they will be over quick.
The alien stuff and the predator stuff is like
Really
so
cool.
interesting. I love how interesting. Are we gonna jump or? Thank you. Anyways, I love when the worlds are as interesting as they are, even if some of the plot and story or whatever can be meh.
Well, that's a movie plot. Comic actually. is
Yeah,
that
you're not
bad.
wrong.
Metal Gear Rising Revenge at $33. Yo, I think I should rebuy this game.
Did you know Metal Gear Solid 2 is 20 years old? The Rampage is one of my favorite weapons
first
so
blood.
far.
First blood. The battle begins.
One of my
Oh, yeah.
best hipfire weapons as well.
I need to pick up Darksiders Genesis. I do love the Darksiders games way too much.
I think I got Darksiders. That's the you play as Death,
Darksiders 2.
or like you play as the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I meant.
Darksiders 1 is War, Darksiders 2 is Death, Darksiders 3 is Fury, Darksiders Genesis is Strike.
I got. I
therefore
think I've got
Darksiders-
1 and 2 free from Epic a while back, so maybe that's a series I'm
Under
play soon.
Here's the thing, it will feel like Zelda. It 100%.
I've never played
but-
Zelda, so
Yeah, so it'll be fun then. But the thing is, like, the new Darksiders, when they make it, is supposed to be the final stand. Because we finally know all the stories before the Horsemen came back. So,
yeah. Isn't 3 like some kind of weird prequel?
2 is a prequel, 3 is a prequel, Genesis is a prequel, and
That's weird.
1 basically is, well, it's not weird once you beat 1. It's like, oh, that makes sense. But apparently every other one is a prequel, so it's just like, oh, okay. That kind of makes sense.
I'm being a little bit focused. That is a lot of heavy ammo.
Oblivion, $20, not in a million years.
Attention. There is a new kill
I don't
leader.
like.
You know what's funny? Even like
Careful. New kill leader.
Skyrim was one of my first delves into a game like that, like a Bethesda role-playing game, right? And it was also one of the first
1 minute
starts
remains.
of my
The ring is
complaints
close.
about the lack of fishing in games that should have it, like not Metal Gear Solid. And I always do that. I always mix Grand Theft Auto and Metal Gear Solid for some odd reason. I don't know why.
Ring is near. 45 seconds remaining.
Anyways,
That's a skill and a half if you like JRPGs.
Wait, I have crafting to do.
You're
The
not
fact
getting
that-
Poke Chrono Trigger?
yes, I do know.
$20 on Steam.
30 seconds remain. Safety is a
Really
long
good
shot
game.
away.
Solid RPG.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely heard great things about it. But the big thing that I was getting at was the fact that I lost my train of thought.
Fishing,
Fishing,
Metal
thank you.
Gear,
The
GI
fact-
Joe,
Well, Grand Theft Auto 5 doesn't have fishing when it should, at least in my opinion. And the fact that they're adding fishing to Skyrim, I mean, I have no complaints about that. I actually, the reason that I'm buying it for fucking $40 when it comes. I'm a simple man. Fishing in a game, my chances of it getting purchased by me go up by quite a bit.
I will pick up the sequel of this game, but this game has been out for too long to really get back into it.
What's that?
Killer Instinct. The game's been out for too long. If I jump into it, I'm gonna get squeaked.
Care package being delivered.
And I don't feel like learning with that harsh of a
Care
curve.
package on high.
If you get what I mean by that. That's why I try and pick up fighting games when they're new. So that I can learn with the curve, not against the curve. Then the longer you wait for a fighting game, the more practice people that already have it get. There you go, you're going to be going in at a bigger disadvantage to see the game when it comes.
God, I suck.
Oh, that's... Do you have this game on Steam?
Definitely should have got the rust off before I did that, but whatever. I'm gonna hide in this rock. That's not gonna do anything for me. I did a little bit of damage. I should have stayed back. The biggest problem is, don't stay back. Like, whatever. It doesn't matter. What's up?
That was a dumb movie that they made.
What movie?
Rampage.
Oh, yeah.
Completely unnecessary.
I've heard not good things about it.
Well, the thing is, it's just like, Rampage
There's
is an
certain
art.
games you don't make a fucking movie about.
Rampage had no fucking story to it. You legitimately just destroyed it. You went on a rampage.
You would think
That's it.
that you'd be able to make a decent enough story with something like that, though, but there's a lot of things you think you could make a decent enough story out of it, and then when put in practice, obviously you cannot.
They didn't even do the genetically enhanced wolf.
What? No.
No, they didn't. Like, the only character that they showed was the gorilla. That's it.
Wanna fly?
They didn't show the wolf at all.
Great wing.
How
Like,
many?
no
They
other
just
character.
okay. How many of the mutated did they show? Just
Time to show
Just a
'em what we're
gorilla.
made of. Which is just blood and guts.
I am
Really.
Bloodhound.
the gorilla?
You can call me Bloodhound.
That doesn't make sense, though.
I know.
Be better
What
off
is it?
doing King Kong or Mighty Joe Young again.
Introducing the
Have you ever
No,
seen
but
Mighty Joe Young?
The heart of victory is
No.
in a squad.
That's the one I would highly recommend. The old movie.
I watched the
I am
Fury Shots and King Kong movie.
Have faith in our descent.
That was a good movie. That was a good remake. Remake. Yeah, that was a good remake actually.
Better lies
I liked
below.
it. The newer King Kong movie, because I
Yeah.
didn't like the game was actually surprisingly good. Like there was this section of, like, you know, with like all the insects where they would get trapped. You'd be forced in that room and it would be like a mob fight and you have to like fend off the insects. Or there would be times where you would have to like light up a spear and like throw it to keep the insects away from your AI teammates. It was actually a pretty fun game. It's weird when those movie tie-in games are good. Because half the time it's like, don't get me wrong, it's not a tremendous game. But you're still gonna enjoy your time.
I mean, as long like there's only a couple things that need to get hit for me to be like, yeah, no, I'm okay with it.
Extended heavy
Uh,
mag here. Level 2.
One of those things like,
First
if the mechanics are good enough, I don't need a story.
It's on.
I never need good graphics.
round 1.
Mechanics are like my most
Countdown.
go-to.
Extended heavy mag here.
Level 3.
New ring is distant.
But yeah,
I mean, I got you into Final Fantasy.
stories. I mean, true, you did.
I could get you into any franchise.
I mean, any franchise I can get into. It's just like if it doesn't hit one of two things, it has to have really good mechanics for me to like it without any type of story or anything. It's a really good story for me to add mechanics,
New kill leader appointed.
or it's just gotta like overall
No kidding.
have a phenomenal gameplay loop. For example, Dark Souls, there's a lot of issues with some of the controls, but the gameplay loop of it is phenomenal,
Level 3.
right?
R301 here.
I could use that.
So like, I get stuck playing that game. I'm definitely gonna do a modded run of Dark Souls at some point.
R99 here.
Sure.
Heavy ammo here.
Then you will like Darksiders. The story's kind of subpar.
Eh,
It's not bad. No, it's like, here's the thing, it's not bad if you treat it as its own thing. If you don't compare it to other stories, it's like, oh yeah, it's a pretty solid story. It's very consistent on what they do and what they say.
I mean, hey, the story can be livable or whatever the word is, as long as it sticks to its world. Like if it makes sense to the mechanics of the world, I'm all for it.
Yeah, it completely does. It completely
Then
does.
that's all I need to know.
Fair warning. Darkstars 1 and 2 are fantastic. Darkstars 3 is easy at best. It's since a lot of the Darkstars do rip a lot of mechanics from other games. Darkstars 3
Don't get
just
bothered by that.
yeah, no. But the thing is, Darkstars 3 has a completely different UI. Completely different dev team behind it.
I mean, I
and
look at it this way. God of War, in all honesty, the story of it was simple. Very simple. And that's all it needed because of the gameplay loop.
You made me kill wife. I must kill you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's Kratos in a nutshell.
You made me a slave to you, then you made me kill my wife, try and make me stronger. Then I sought to kill you.
Hey, I just found out, why does he go on murderous rampages without his wife?
Level 3. I'll take it, mate.
Wife's
He did it in
already
God of
dead.
War. He did it in God of War 4.
Oh,
As soon as his wife
oh,
died.
my brain was just like, what do you, his wives are always dead. No, dum-dum, that's not what Grant was saying. Grant was saying, took his wife, he literally was, you're an ass. You are an ass.
Every time his wife dies, he goes on a rampage. What the fuck?
Well, technically, that was a forced rampage, not of his own doing.
Yeah, but it's because of his wife that happened.
The ring is moving for life, fighters.
Prove me wrong. So should he really get married again?
I think
I'm just saying.
he dies at this stage, or not this stage, but like he
He-
dies.
It is, well, if what they showed in the first game will be true, yeah. Because how else are you going to explain that Loki is supposed to be the brother of Thor?
Well, you don't really have that to the actual mythos of war and stuff like that.
I think God of War does keep it very close.
I mean, Kratos was a god.
Yeah.
Recharging my shields.
And also Kratos is technically the god of everything in Greek mythology right now, since he, you know. If
Where's
that's
my
how he
team?
became the god of war,
Oh shit, my team bounced.
they vanished.
Over here getting
What?
distracted, killing enemies, leveling up my armor and shit like that, and they're over there just fucking looting everything they can. How rude.
Thing is,
Take a
with
moment to recharge my shields.
there's one thing I am looking forward to, which we also saw.
Healing my
We saw the wolves in the trailer, which
Yep.
I'm very grateful for. I'm 100% grateful for.
Well,
I
I'm gonna
was-
play devil's advocate. We saw wolves in the trailer. We don't know what those wolves were associated
They were the
with.
same color as the wolves in the mural.
True.
Shield battery here. Shield battery here.
You're telling me that those wolves
Of course
exist
they are.
during
They're
Ragnarok?
not just. It's not a coincidence. I know that. I was trying to be a smartass, like not a smartass, but devil's advocate.
And I shut you down real fast.
Can't let me
Like,
have
hey,
my
Howard.
fun.
Thanks.
No. But I do want to see Fenrir. I will be highly disappointed if I don't.
Probably will.
I hope I do. Because you can't have
I
Ragnarok
could use that.
without Fenrir.
Of course, they're gonna have Fenrir.
They have to. They have Tyr, for fuck's sakes. They have Tyr. They'll have Fenrir.
And I wonder what Odin's gonna.
A complete asshole like Zeus.
Of course, but like,
One in the distance. Doesn't look too scary, so you can come out of hiding.
Why did I just think of it's Zeus in disguise? It's the favorite scene. It was me, Dio.
I fucking.
It was me, Zeus.
It was me. It was me, Austin, all along. From WWE, that's where the meme's from. God, that's such a great
That
meme.
would be funny.
It was me. It was me, Austin, all along. Oh shit.
What would be cool would if we saw Artemis in that game.
Optics here.
Thanks.
She is the goddess of fun.
I got a sniper scope that I don't need right now.
Oh yeah, speaking of Artemis.
Taking fire.
Trust in the outcome.
There's a lot of things that I want to see in God of War right now, but like I said, Fringer's on top of my list. That just you can't ever bring her up with from the road.
Hostile close.
Fuck. I hate when we get third partied. Just got into the middle of two teams. We're fucked.
You got pinched.
There was one team chilling at the thing, waiting, being a gatekeeper, and then there was another team that just walked on in on us.
Yeah, now. So what
Not
do
my
you think of
beacon.
the shark question? Look at the shark question of the
Hold on. So what's up?
I don't know if I seen the picture of the shark plushie.
I've seen Shark plushie.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
it's adorable. I love it too much. I'm very grateful
I'm
about
gonna
it.
do exclamation point blame. Not in the chat. I'm just gonna say it because you are definitely. It is so hard to try and like follow the conversation. That's why my gameplay's not as good. That's what my excuse is. Not just
That
me
is
being
why
bad.
that's why I just like if you have a conversation, I'm just like, okay, I'm not going sweat mode, and
Yeah, that's well.
It's-
I'm trying to focus, but I'm also listening to you. I'm not going full sweat mode, or I would mute you if I was going to. But I don't care that much about what's going on. I'm just chilling today. I might complain
turn
and
your
bitch, but
brain
that's
off and just just turn your brain off and enjoy the game. That's how I treat it. But the thing is, with God of War, we again confirmation of tier. I wonder how Freya's going out by. Like, are we going to spare
I'm
her?
like
or
I
are we
am
not?
betting money that
I do not care who makes
it's gonna be more along the lines of like
I can observe it die.
If the gods will it, we will.
it's not gonna be Kratos or Atreus that takes out Freya.
It'll be Odin.
Yeah, that's what my thought process is.
I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking the same way Baldur went out. Where it was a forceful one?
Yeah,
Like they didn't want to. It was just forceful. I think
gotcha.
because the reason why Chris said if he sat there, the loop would
Oh
have.
shit!
What?
I accidentally pressed E when I became jump master, and I accidentally jumped out. So
Oh, bravo. But
hey, I might not be the smartest individual around.
I'm very aware I
This
play
is how-
XCOM with you.
This is how bad my brain went. I might not be the smartest bulb in the shed. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, you ain't too bright either.
You just said sharp.
No, because then you'd be broken.
But it wouldn't have made like sense with the thingy. The way that I was saying that.
Now you're flickering.
Shut up.
I can use that.
What, was that too bright for you?
No, it was just too like cringe, for lack of better words.
So what you're telling me is I'm being a good
What the
distraction.
hell was that?
What the hell is what?
There's one of a chest that opened up with like what had to have been
And so it
an
begins.
Evo shield,
Oh, I
a
saw.
purple Evo shield, and another Evo shield. They were like, "There's so many Evo shields around here. What the hell?"
So
I need a backpack.
with what's the biggest thing that if it didn't happen in God of War Ragnarok you would be just disappointed? Like, what's the one thing you know should happen?
Well, the one thing I would be disappointed by is, like, if we don't get to fight Thor and Odin. Like, if we don't get to fight Thor and Odin, I'd be so disappointed.
I'm not going to deny that I also did not like Thor's design, but I liked it after. It's just like, oh wait, that's chronological?
Yep. As soon as I saw his design, I loved it because it was like everything Amir said about him being a fat dauber. Like,
Hey, that's fair.
yep.
That's fair. That's like, yeah, I'm just gonna have to get used to it because I'm too used to the Marvel one.
Exactly. You don't see Chris Hemsworth as oh god, my brain. Chris Pratt is now doing the voice of Thor. That fucking meme. I have no idea how that meme came into existence, but holy shit.
Well, because Chris Pratt's doing the voice of Mario. Let's go. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm going to bet money on this. That movie's actually going to be really good.
Same, because of how many people are memeing it. It's probably going to be
memed,
one of the better ones.
And let's just say there's a comedy duo that
Yeah.
can't fail. Jack Black and Chris Pratt. How the fuck is that gonna fail? Plus it's Nintendo. Nintendo usually, if everything fucks up around a certain media, Nintendo kind of steps in and says like, this is how it's supposed to be done.
We do. Anyways,
This
yeah.
That's how they saved the video game industry because of Rob. Robot operating buddy.
Oh. It's amazing to see how certain things help and hinder the game industry.
Yeah, no one's gonna make another ET game. That's for sure.
There's a select handful of games that go on that list of bury and never forever talk about them again.
Yes, ET was legitimately buried.
In progress.
There's a
I
handful
never-
that were.
inside the next ring.
I never
So, have
really
you seen
watched them
anything
again.
anything regarding Elden Ring?
No, not really.
They recently dropped a like 10, 15 minute gameplay.
I
Right.
know about that. I didn't really watch it.
It has a map. There's actually a map, an in-game, press a button, pull up a map in Elden Ring.
Why are you freaking out over a map?
Because it's a fucking Miyazaki game with a map in the game.
You're gonna freak out if there's fishing in that game?
Package.
This is me, of course I am.
I
I'm
know.
buying Skyrim for $40 because it has fishing in it, motherfucker. Of course.
That's
Of course
that's
I'm
why
gonna
you
go
liked
crazy
Final
about it.
Fantasy. That's why you liked 15 so much. Fishing.
No, honestly, 15, the story was phenomenal.
Oh, it was.
Phenomenal in it.
The ending
Yeah,
made me cry.
that
The ending made me
got
cry,
me so hard.
bro.
There'll be
See-
moments where I'll be like, just chilling, playing a game, and there'll be something that'll happen, and I'll think about like the group, and I'll think about that moment, and I'll be like, oh god, I'm getting a little choked up. I'm
here's the
getting a little
funny thing.
choked up talking about it. That's how good it is.
Here's the scary thing. I told you, I remember vividly. Yeah, no, the beginning of this game will hit you way harder after you beat the game.
I need to play through it. I need to start it again, and play through it again. I need to get it for the PC. Yeah.
It's on Windows, like, but the thing is, like, I told you this. I remember vividly when I came into that stream. The starting of this game will make you.
It's a
like,
hindsight thing.
It will hit you so hard once you beat the game. Because what happens at the end of the game? They show you the opening again.
Yeah.
And I was fucking
Oh, I
crying.
didn't even. Oh. I was thinking about the whole opening where you're talking to.
No, no, no,
just-
no, 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 no. With the song.
Yeah, gotcha.
With the Stand By Me, it's just like, oh, fuck, that is so turned up. And going through that scene still makes me cry now. Because of what happened with the ending of the game. Do you go through all the DLCs?
Yes, I did.
The Ignis ending is my favorite ending.
I went through them in the way that you were supposed to, and yes, Igni was great. Prompto's thing hit a lot harder after you did his thing. That
Hey, we got bad guys.
Guardia was just fun gameplay. Story wasn't that strong. It was like finding oneself.
Ooh, that's got a kick.
Really good gameplay. Liked it. Didn't go through Earth. I still haven't. I know what happens. But Prompto definitely hit hard. Gave more character development to Aranea, which I liked. And Ignis, I will still say it's a chronological ending in my eyes, because you and me know
Squads remain.
full well
I-
Ignis would actually go that far.
I'm more inclined to like. I get why they ended it the way they did, but I don't
Throw an arc star.
think they had like that had to happen. You know what I mean? That makes any sense.
I feel like it did in a weird way just because of what they were setting up.
Reloading. Taking fire.
I just wanted it to be happy. Damn it. I always go on about like the villain. Like I like a story sometimes when the villain wins and stuff like that. But
No
I'm a
one really
sucker.
wanted that game.
well, the world, though.
The world did. Plus, with Ignis ending, they
Shit.
bring back one of my favorite characters, which was Lunafreya's brother. What was his name? Gragas?
No, I cannot remember.
He was a good character, he really was.
Very good character.
Yeah, so. Kinda hit really hard when you know.
When you know why he's doing what he's doing.
And then when you also see him during the
Mhm.
snake chapter, it's like, oh.
We're in a bad spot right now in this area.
Charging shields.
I'm not sure I'm seeing it. It's
Hey.
Let's go over here.
No, I was talking to the person who shot at me.
Yeah, no, FF15 is like a really good story. It's long, and I will say there's a lot of padding with like travel times and shit like that, but that's basically it.
Shields are recharging.
Besides, it's a really solid story.
I've come across a common thing with stuff to where individuals will take like events in games and
I'm out of heavy ammo.
just to shake things up, they'll throw a character that's supposed to die for a certain event and throw him in another story just to happen. And it's very interesting to see like somebody take Noctis and throw him in a world. Ow, bitch.
Administering a Phoenix kit.
We're in a world where Arden
Like-
never existed in Arden Institute.
Oh god.
Because Ignis and
No! Oh, fuck me.
Oh, we're in a pickle.
We are down one. What a waste.
So that was
I just saw
unintentional.
what you did. I just saw what you did.
The ring moves. Yo, crafting over here.
Oh, that's the biggest goddamn it moment I've seen.
Yep. I need to use.
I slid off mountain, no.
Hello.
I do feel like
I'm dead.
If you like the same sticks that were given in 15, you will like Final Fantasy 16. If you like the sacrifices that they made of the 10 book, and if you like the villain being cunning and smart and
You,
inside the other person's head, 7 will
I
be
mean, I'm into the games. It'll be a while before I can check them out for a multitude of reasons.
yeah, just wait till Christmas.
Pretty much. But I have this
Because
thing
God
where
knows I'm getting you one of them for your Christmas gift. I'm getting you Final Fantasy 10.
oh, I'll be playing that on stream.
It's really good. Plus, a lot of planning. You could do a lot of planning.
Well, I've been trying to plan out the games that I want to play before I'm like ready to them. That's why I'm playing Assassin's Creed. Because, like, the next game that I'm going to be playing, instead of instead of Assassin's Creed, is going to be,
Trust your senses, and victory will follow.
It's gonna be
Skyrim. Instead of Assassin's Creed, it's probably going to be Skyrim. I'm also going to do Apex, but I think I'm going to try and go early, and anytime that I go early, live, I'm going to be playing something like what you gifted.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead. I was trying to say, my brain was like, Dead for Alive. No, not Dead for Alive. Left 4 Dead.
Dead or Alive. Got it. Didn't know you like those games.
They're fun, but fighting games aren't my go-to. Fighting games are definitely not my go-to.
No, I was just getting Dead or Alive stream beach volleyball.
I
That's a
don't think
fucking
I'd be able to
game.
stream that game.
No, you won't. That's the thing. It's a meme at that point.
The jiggle physics are phenomenal.
Hmm.
Oh god.
Especially when Dead or Alive runs you $30 and all the DLC costing runs you $300.
You know, things that I never realized, like I knew they were a thing that happened in Metal Gear Solid, but I didn't realize that they happened until they were flat out like told to me. Did you know that
Yeah, no fuck, yeah.
certain cutscenes and stuff like that get altered and changed depending on what you do. Like if you you son of a whore. If you do a VR mission before you start the game, there'll be a situation where you're doing a codec call and you're talking to Colonel Campbell, and there's an added line of dialogue if you do the VR mission. That added line of dialogue is, yeah, thanks to the VR mission, I'm warmed up. Basically, what it says. There's also a sequence where early on you can do one of two things. That one of two things is you can get a SOCOM pistol. If you get the SOCOM pistol, you actually aim it at an individual later in a cutscene. But if you don't, you actually grab their gun.
Level 2.
You don't take their gun away from them, you just grab it. That blew my mind. And it was something I knew happened, but I didn't realize it till I was flat out told, hey, guess what?
Where did my brain go to Metal Gear Rising? I don't care about your memes. That game is a meme.
Of course it is.
That game is a fucking meme. Kojima, like, everyone's just like, oh, Kojima has fantastic writing and shit like that. You know, he also, I'm pretty sure, did the writing for Rising.
Pretty sure Kojima is just wanting to tell a damn story. However
Very
he can tell it.
simple. I think he wanted a game that allowed players that never played Metal Gear to still enjoy.
True. That would make a whole hell of a lot of
Because that game definitely feels like you don't need any Metal Gear knowledge to play it. Because you don't.
No, but it
And-
is one of those things where if you do have Metal Gear knowledge, certain things are affected. Like, oh, okay, I remember this reference. Or, like, Sonny
Yeah,
shows
it's
up,
like-
Marked my next location.
you have that feeling of, oh, Sonny, shit! Look at how much they've grown or matured, and that's all. Like that, it's an awesome feeling to see a character actually change.
But it's not necessary. That's what I'm getting at. It's like if you play the other games, it's a good nudge. But it's not necessary with like some
I'm
games.
glad I'm shocked.
Catch me if you can. But like Rising is so portable. It's crazy how portable it is. Like,
Sit the
I'm not
fuck
ridiculous.
down! Sorry, had to do that.
But it's crazy how quotable it is. It's just like Senator Armstrong, Sam, Blade Wolf. The best.
Blade Wolf is the
lines, but
best.
We're already in
Blade
the
Wolf,
next
best
ring.
wolf.
Now,
You did a play on words, and because I'm a wolf.
Look at my
This is
health.
like-
Holy shit, my health.
Yeah, I see.
I mean, he would have
But-
died anyways, but I got the kill.
What's the line? It's like bone. Like, what was it? He psychoanalyzed the sense of a joke Ryder made. Like, you
Oh
said
yeah, I remember
bone,
that.
which is supposed to be funny because I am a dog. Ha ha, or something like that. It's dumb, but it was great.
Dumb jokes like that always make me chuckle.
It's like, okay, I see what you did there. Because the thing is, like, I never played any Metal Gear. None. I still haven't.
I still think you would enjoy the series.
I would only like Snake Eater. That's the only thing I'm thinking I would like.
Probably. And honestly, that out of all the games, the one that I would recommend, no matter what your preference for video games is 3 Snake Eater, because it has mechanics no other Metal Gear has. It has
And it's
gameplay
really good.
no other Metal Gear has. It's basically a fucking James Bond game, but not.
Yeah, don't worry. I could just wait. I could just wait a week and kill a boss.
you'll find energy ammo here.
You think we're gonna find him legitimately? No.
Who?
Exactly.
No, I'm serious. Do we talking about the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I fought the end every single way you can fight the end.
Oh no, I'm gonna either kill him early or
Extended
just wait
energy
it.
magazine here.
Level
Oh, that's weak. I've killed him without a sniper. I've killed him with a sniper. I've killed him early. I did the wait thing by accident. I discovered that by complete accident. I went on vacation because I got stuck on the end. Came back home and he was fucking dead, and I was like, what?
Hey, what? No. I'm here to do a mission.
enemy in the distance.
I'm actually Big Boss in Snake Eater, right? I don't think I'm Solid Snake.
Holy shit.
I've been downed.
If I remember correctly, I'm Big Boss. I'll let you confirm after this fight. But
Can I do more than thank you? I'm down. 7 damage. Awesome. Awesome. So glad that was 7 damage. Fuck you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 1. Please, please. Ah, it's so close.
I was a computer. Now I'm a legend.
What? Did
Too,
some motherfucker about in my team, I think, with that microphone on that I suck. Motherfucker, Okay. Fine.
no
Take a deep breath.
point.
My adrenaline's pumped up. I'm excited. Not gonna bitch him out. All good.
There's no point. You'll play worse after that then.
That was exciting. That felt good. I did decently enough. But yeah,
Yeah. Isn't Snake Eater you play as Big Boss, not as Snake?
yes, you play as technically Snake in the timeline. Snake Eater is the first game in the series, based on the timeline.
And the first Metal Gear is the last one.
No, the most recent one. Wait, no. The fourth
I
one
will
is the
also
last one.
I
What?
will also try and figure out how to.
The first one's not the last one. The fourth one's the last one.
The first one's
Timeline-wise.
after the fifth one.
Yeah. But it's not even the Jesus. The games get convoluted. Not as bad as I've heard Kingdom Hearts gets, but they can be convoluted.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 3 was bad.
Yeah, I've heard many tales about it
hate-
being bad.
it's- I already went on an entire tangent on that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not playing 3. I don't care what people tell me. I'm just nothing dragged me into that game.
Together.
Not like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Because you don't feel like you're part of the world. You feel like you're visiting Disney World as an outsider instead of an insider like you always felt. And then for the last hour it's like, oh, you finally get Kingdom Hearts story. It's like, what the fuck? Compared to every other game,
They dropped the
it's-
ball on 3.
This is your champion.
I've heard
really
so many different
did.
horror stories about it.
Be careful.
Trust me, if you ever play through the series, it will definitely feel like it. And it will, if you're doing like a marathon of it, it will put you at a fucking halt.
I say we land
Cause it will not.
Copy that.
See, that's the thing. I don't think I'll ever play. I'm not gonna say never, but I don't think I will ever play Kingdom Hearts. Not because
I mean,
I'm
it's
not
on the
interested in it,
episode.
just because it's one of those things where like that type of gameplay style just doesn't jive with me at all.
I like it.
Maybe I'll play it in the future.
Too. Oh yeah, Raiden's an anti. Raiden doesn't like Mistral at all. Because Mistral blows a kiss at Raiden, he pulls the sword, dodged a bullet.
first blood.
I need to play through that game again. That game is too good.
Pretty sure there was more to it than that, but I don't remember.
No, there wasn't.
Really?
Like he was watching Mistral, you know, to get information. Mistral looked at him, blew him a kiss, and he pulled the blade out like in a counter state and just said dodged a bullet.
Oh, I fucking hate when a motherfucker does that. They get down because they stay separated and then they disconnect immediately.
Oh,
I had that happen one time, and if my teammate didn't disconnect like that, we would have won.
Yeah, that happens. But it's I'm still shocked how beautiful that game is.
I'm dead. I got surrounded by 2 of them. Oh well.
Like there's just no denying. Any Metal Gear fan would look at it and be like, it's fun.
It's a Metal Gear game. No. It's a fantastic Metal Gear game.
It's beautiful, and you don't need to know any other Metal Gear to enjoy it. That's what I love the most about it. Granted, you don't need to know any other Metal Gear to enjoy any Metal Gear game, which, thank you Kojima for making solid stories like that. I like when creators make stories like that, where you don't need to know the prior information, it just helps.
True.
That's good storytelling. Right away.
I was
Oh, yeah.
I watched since I've played through the Uncharted series, the whole Uncharted series, aside from the side games. When I watched the commercial, I actually got hyped for it. They're definitely changing the story of Uncharted with the live action, but they're changing it and it still fits. Some of the most iconic things that happen are happening in the fucking plane scene. It's happening in the movie.
That was the first thing I saw, yeah. Here's the thing, I don't really care if some people say Tom Holland is not Nathan Drake.
Tom Holland's a fucking fantastic actor.
Yes.
If he can
Very much so.
portray Nathan Drake good enough, I don't give a shit if he's quote-unquote Nathan Drake.
It looks more promising than most video game movies we have seen.
Yeah, that's why I'm hyped for it.
And it's made by Sony, you know. That just kind of proves one thing to me, that they're gonna at least give a shit about the story. Like a good anime movie that I want to see that's based on the game, I wanted to see a Jack and Daxter movie, or Ratchet and Clank movie that wasn't. And I stress this so little by saying this. Wasn't a run-of-the-mill wannabe hero.
No such thing as
Holy shit.
Got a good feeling about
Insomniac
this
did
area.
not.
They need to make movies with the idea of like,
What the games were telling.
yeah, but without the retelling the whole story. You don't need to retell the entire story. You can leave some things up to the viewers, you know?
I did not like the Ratchet and Clank movie, because I played the game of it. I never did either, I played the game. Didn't like it. I had fun with it because it's great mechanics. The story was weak as hell. And that's saying something. Because my favorite game out of the Ratchet and Clank franchise is the weakest story out of all of it. But it's weaker than the one that I love. Because Ratchet and Clank taught about... Like, it told something that was, like, very real. Like, oh, you want to get something? Everything has a price in that game. No one will give you something for free. You always have to pay. And in the remake, instead of Ratchet being a Lombardi that just hates his planet and wants to go travel, and just comes, like, seriously comes across Clank.
First blood.
It's
Should've seen that
Ratchet
coming.
wants to be a hero, be very good, and look up to Quark. It's like, what the fuck? What did they do to my boy?
Recharging my shields.
What did they do? It wasn't good. And the only reason why I have the game, like the remake game, is because it was free. That's it. I didn't pay a single cent for it.
You've
great
got to be
for that.
shitting me with the R99.
Do you mean R40? Yeah, R99 that you got killed by?
Hostile right here.
Do melee against him, man. Thank you. Holy shit.
So that's like making. Best example, that's like when they made Metal Gear Survive.
Thanks for that.
I get that's like a harsher comparison because Ratchet and Clank still feels like Ratchet and Clank. Just Ratchet is not Ratchet.
Don't sweat it. I saved the day. Drop that banner.
You get what I mean by that. Like
Alright, can you repeat that? I got distracted.
So, with the Ratchet, what do you want me to repeat? The entire thing?
The beginning part of what the movie was. Yeah, it's basically the whole thing. My apologies.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. So with the movie, in the games, the original games, everything had a price.
Yeah.
Everyone that you went to
Need to
said,
recharge my shields.
"Oh yeah, you need this equipment.
45 seconds.
Give me.
Okay, give me money.
Yep.
Give me money." And as an adult, looking at it, it's like, "Holy shit, yeah, I did."
What's really funny is how educational that actually is.
Mm-hmm. And it was a different perspective. But then when you look at the remake that they did, it's just like, see, in the original, Ratchet did not give two shits about the planet he was on. He just wanted to get off it.
Yeah, it was
Right? He didn't.
a piece of shit. Backwater. Get off planet, if I'm not mistaken.
He hated it. He hated it. And the opening level is fantastic because he's working on his ship.
Trust me, I played the first Ratchet and Clank. I'm well aware of
It's
that
a
story.
beautiful game. It's a beautiful game.
Yes, it is.
And how he also grows into a hero.
Yep.
Like, takes a long time, but he does.
And yeah,
become
it's
one.
kind of funny because video games that have that concept of everything costs its money kind of teach you early on, like, hey, jackass, you need money to get anything.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's just like, the most expensive weapon was a rhino, and it was so worth it though if you got it.
Oh god, the rhino.
And the music that played, oh. And then what did they do for the remake? Let me put this in the shortest term I can. They made Ratchet a wannabe hero that looks up to Quark.
I remember that. I didn't think much of it at the time, but I remember that.
That's how you single-handedly turned me completely off.
That's how you like fuck a character up.
He wasn't a fucking hero. He was a jackass. He didn't care about.
He was
Clank.
a jackass in a world filled with jackasses.
He was a jackass because that's all he knew. Clank was the one that taught him to be a hero.
If you don't have money, you don't get the shit that you need.
Yeah, and on top of that, everyone was out for their own game. That's how Ratchet was raised, basically. That's
Yep.
what he dealt with. It wasn't until Clank
Yeah,
taught
and then
him
he
to be a
switched over
hero.
to. Yeah.
Not, oh, hello, Clank, I want to be a hero already. It did not fucking work like that.
Yeah.
Why didn't they stick with
I don't
that?
focus on stuff like that too much.
I don't much either because Rift Apart came out, thank God.
That was.
Oh, the remake timeline could go fuck itself.
I love when a game comes out and it's changed shit, but it's like it's back, baby. You know what I mean? Like
Even
one of
even
those
if it is,
situations.
even if it still is a remake timeline, I'm sorry, but Road to Part's good.
Part's fantastic.
Yeah,
God, the internet
and
fucking.
with the female Lombots.
Yes.
There is a new
Yeah,
kill
the second one, no,
There's
the
a
third
new
one
kill
Ratchet
leader.
has
Got
seen.
an extended sniper mag here. Level 4.
Yeah. I mean, why me bullshit? That's fine.
Works. It works.
Yeah, it did work. It's fun. Just the sense of I just don't like how they did that because Ratchet is. I will always stick with the original timeline. I refuse to know to like the remake happened, yes. The movie happened, yes. I got the game for free on PlayStation Plus, so I didn't spend a fucking dime on it, and I want to keep it that way.
That happens.
I'm never spending money on that game just because it's a fun game. Like, yeah, it's a Ratchet and Clank game. Of course, it's fun. The formula is great.
There are the gameplay loop. That's the big thing. There
Yeah,
are games
gameplay
that
looks-
I'd be like, even if they're free, I'd be willing to spend money on. One of those games in question is for sure, Dwarf Fortress. That game comes out on Steam. I'm buying it. And I'm getting lost in it. I'm probably gonna do like a 48-hour stream of Dwarf Fortress out on Steam. It is a game I have not played for a year or so, and I've missed out on that immensely.
Yeah,
Over
it's just,
there. Just waiting to be stepped on. Any takers?
what was?
Putting up the last job.
I feel like the best thing though
Two. Beginning
that
countdown.
was extremely noticeable when you played the remake of the game was that character dynamic with Ratchet and Clank. There was no arguing. There was no
Heads up.
growth.
New kill leader.
It was just
Cheetah down if you want to.
go to this place because here. I get that I'm like railing on it a lot,
Need to recharge my
but
shields.
when I expect a good gameplay loop already, I'm not focused on. Right, I'm focused on the new things, and I focus on the new.
You need to come down and get him.
Contact with hostile.
Taking some damage.
I focus on the new story because this was a remake, and even though that I do play Ratchet and Clank because it's fun, I
Yeah.
get touch the stories a lot.
You should try changing to
I mean,
So
like I was saying earlier, for me it has to do with the combination of like story, gameplay, and mechanics and gameplay loop. But if one of those is like S tier, top of the line, better than best, and you can't get any better, then I can allow the other stuff to be not as good.
yeah, that's why I can play Metal Gear Rising. Because yeah, the story's good, but the story isn't S tier. It has its moments, but the gameplay is what keeps me in.
For sure.
But the best example that I could put, and the biggest reason why I don't play a lot of open worlds, I don't get invested in their stories. Like the exception is Witcher. That's it.
These two
I've-
need to go to zone.
I've played a little bit of Skyrim. I thought the gameplay was fun. I just got bored.
I-
Evo shield here. Level 3.
I love stuff like that.
Optics here. Sniper.
I just had no reason to keep on moving, and that's why I will always say that, like, yes, a gameplay loop could be incredibly fun for me.
Well, they're not
It could
gonna
be.
get me. Oh shit.
Like, everything could be incredibly fun for me with the gameplay loops, but if the story doesn't drag me in and give me a reason to keep going, why would I?
True, I
If I'm-
suppose. I mean, it's easy for someone like me to make up my own
I don't blame him.
like goals and story and stuff like that. So
Because
that's why games like Skyrim and stuff like that that
in progress.
have a story but you don't have to follow the story are easy for me to play.
This is madness.
the thing is, like with that comment that barely has a story as is. It has a story, but you know.
Oh yeah, no, the gameplay loop in that one is what makes the game playable.
Yeah, plus you could immerse yourself into your own stories with that.
It's kind of similar to why I like Dwarf Fortress so much. There is no story with Dwarf Fortress. You make up your own story kind of a situation. I think one of the reasons why I like XCOM so much is because of the story we made up.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
Because if we didn't make up the story, then you wouldn't have poured in so much hours.
That, and plus, after every like little moment, the stories like
Kept going and going. and going.
they are consistent. Like the characters are consistent, but they're always different. Like they always have their own little personality tweaks.
And weirdly enough, the game complemented that, like making Queen and Evil legitimately juggernauts of the entire XCOM like runs every time.
Very true.
It was always my team that had the juggernaut in.
It just didn't seem to line up like that every single game.
And at that point, you really have to ask yourself, does the game know?
Of course.
Like, the game has to know at this point. And it was really consistent in how Queen legitimately was what the Chosen feared in one run.
That was absolutely hilarious. I hope they can revive me. I'm not going to be much use, but without me, I don't think we win this. Having 3 people at the end is like almost guaranteed what you need to have in order.
But it's
Oh, you're screwed.
should I put those? Like, I will never deny that Skyrim and all are good games. Like, they're good games. I don't care for it though. That's
Well, that's a revive beacon. Shit.
like
You picked
that's
up a
just how
whole
I.
lot.
And that's how I will always stand usually, because I haven't had a reason to like go back to it and play it, and you get what I mean by that.
I'm cover for you, mate.
The sense of all that, but Batman, like, I just don't like when they ruin characters and stuff.
Reloading.
I guess it's like nostalgia that really fits it, but I don't think it's just that at that point.
Grenade, heads up.
You liked Ratchet because Ratchet was a badass.
Open up some amps, cover.
He did not care, but he did also
Less
give
than
a shit.
30 seconds. Rings nearby.
He just had that sense of, I don't care about a lot of things, so the stuff I do care about, it's noticeable. And that spectrum grew. Because he started giving a
10
shit
seconds.
about
The
Clank.
ring's close.
Reloading. I'm cover for you, mates. I'm cover for you, back up. You're outside the ring and moving.
Reloading.
Fuck.
Oh, the champion died at least.
No. Stop. Pew. Damn it. I panicked. I got a kill. No, I didn't get a kill. I got a kill. Whatever.
You got a... I thought you just got a assist.
Just topping off my shields.
Whatever I got.
Something.
I was trying to get 3 kills, knockdowns, or assists. That didn't happen. I panicked. Wish I didn't panic. Probably would have been able to move a little bit if I didn't.
But what was one character that you grew up on that got a remake and you're just looking at that and be like, who the fuck are you?
That's a good question because I can't really think of any that come to mind. Like, a lot of the games that I've played have sort of been like single fire character. Like Grand Theft Auto. They always have a different main character you play as. And there's not really been a remake of any of those games. There's been remasters, but never a remake. I think all the remakes that I could think of were actually good things, like the Laura Croft character. Good shot. You need to like not ring the dinner bell, whatever. Anyways, trying to think of other characters, and I just cannot because
like I said, my go-to will always
there
be
were no
Ratchet.
remakes for Metal Gear Solid.
There technically. No, that was a spin-off. That was not a remake. I think I survive. As a spin-off. Not a remake. God,
Even
imagine
if
if they...
like, yeah, I can't really think of any remakes that
Well, what not comics?
do damage to a character.
Because I heard the Lobo one was really shit. When they remade him.
For what?
They made Lobo a generic wannabe hero, everything that he was
Who's
making
Lobo?
fun of. Really?
Well, my brain's like I'm focused on 20 different things, so yes, really. The name sounds
He's-
familiar.
He's a DC anti-hero that made fun of all the other anti-heroes.
Not familiar with him at all.
Look him up. Really good character. Don't look up the remake of him. Don't worry, they changed him back to how he originally was.
Okay.
Because the remake, they completely destroyed his character and
Well, this
Basically-
person's screwed, but I'm gonna stick around and see if they win.
basically turned everything he was making fun of into what he was.
You need to
Because he
heal.
was it was
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
really it was weird. I'm just glad that they haven't remade Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, that's something that I foresee in the future. They're definitely gonna be doing for some odd reason.
Don't remake it. Remaster it.
We'll see.
Please, for the love of God, if you ruin Daxter, I swear to you, you're not gonna ruin my second favorite character of that time period. Seriously.
Don't you mean surrender or die? Not here, they don't.
Wake up, Jack! Wake up!
Say something to me. I'm gonna kill Praxis. Whoa!
Whoa, whoa!
Those were his first words.
Easy, Jack.
Yes, we know you spotted an enemy. What the fuck do you expect us to do? You need to move or you're dead.
Yeah, you're penned. That person's penned.
Low calorie biscuit. What a hell of a name.
Yeah, that's cool. And also at the end of the entire franchise where it's just like, he hated being, what he was, and then he went to just like, oh yeah, look at me now! That's legitimately carried by those games.
That,
Jack
also,
was a real
that series, the second game, was one of the first times where I did, like, I experienced a moment of realization where the game didn't tell us directly, but I used the context clues and I was like, wait a minute, I know what this is. This is time travel shenanigans.
Timey-wimey bullshit. Except they actually did it right. Wow.
There is a new kill leader.
I didn't click in my head that like, you know, you were in the future and therefore you created your time paradox because you saved your younger self. But since
Technically, I thought you were in the past. Oh, well, shit. Damn it. GG's.
I mean, you are technically in the past, but you're the future self of who you are and who you save. And
Oh, I see what you're saying now. But yeah, yeah. Oh, that was
And-
hilarious.
We have our Apex champions.
Want to see what I got.
And it was definitely like a huge change of pace of what the original Jack and Daxter was. Because Jack and Daxter was just like a fun collectathon platformer. Jack and Daxter 2, what the fuck happened?
Yeah,
It worked.
It was definitely a paradigm shift type of situation. And then 3 came along and it followed after 2. Nobody
It
talks about the
worked.
ones after that though.
No, because 4 was terrible.
I'm going no, it wasn't. There was no 4. They were like
What?
spin-offs.
Yeah. Hey, Jack Racing was not that bad though.
This is probably going to be the final game that I play for.
Oh, I stole a lot of time from you, but
You didn't
Yeah,
steal
I'll
anything. I've apologized for barely contributing to the conversation. I've been here and listening to what you've been saying.
Complex, but it can be a little
I talk a
complicated.
lot. That's why I know.
What I just said. Today would be our day. Fatigue.
But yeah, no, if Naughty Dog ever remasters them, remaster it. Don't remake it, please.
I hope they do what they've like I've been doing with Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, and San Andreas. Remaster it just like that. Put it in a
'cause they
bundle.
remastered-
Everybody will buy it. You know how many people are gonna buy this? So many. And the main reason they're gonna buy it isn't because of their previous experiences with
Back in that's very much.
no.
It's because
Not their previous experience with like Grand Theft Auto. They're gonna be buying it because of Grand Theft Auto
they're
5.
good games. Yeah, plus
So they're gonna
good games.
assume that those games are gonna be very similar to 5.
Oh, I may just get Vice City because that's a bullshit story.
It comes in a bundle. You get all 3 games for probably $40.
Oh no, I'm just buying it non-remastered because I look at the HD quality for Vice City and I'm like, oh, that's not worth it. I'm getting the original.
Alright, each their own. I'm getting the remaster.
I just want Vice City, man. I like the Netflix series.
Fuck.
That's why I like LA Noire so much. I get it's a detective game, but fuck, it's good. Another character. See, I grew up so much on Sony. Sony was my very first console. And don't get me wrong, I did play Halo 2 on the original Xbox. Great game, by the way. But, Ratchet and Clank was definitely Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts for me. I never really played Sly. I do want to play them though. Because I heard Sly Cooper's really good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Sly Cooper as well.
Like, really good things about Sly.
Recharging my shields.
They both disconnected?
What the fuck?
Why?
Why? I guess
That's dumb. I think they were both needing revived and they just fucking disconnected. I hate when motherfucking assholes. That wasn't a game. That was some bullshit. That was motherfuckers charge in, get down, and like, oh, my teammate's not gonna revive me. Well, maybe if you don't fucking suck dick for 5 seconds and let me get there, I'll be able to revive you. I almost knocked the one dude down, then you just, I hate when they do. Whatever. I'm getting more damage with the assault rifles.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Satisfied.
Hell of a Boss released their part 1 for the final episode.
Yeah, I saw that. That was not what I expected it to be.
Spoil it. Please don't spoil it.
No, I'm not gonna spoil it, but that was
I already got a little bit spoiled for me.
it was really fucking good, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, no, I heard.
Don't say anything about it though. Because of how recent it is and all that.
Yeah, that's all I got around to. I began watching it and I just sat down. But the thing is with
Oh fuck.
childhood games, my childhood was weird.
This
My
wasn't.
childhood was that's fair. I played like a bunch of like you know mascot platformers, and then I played a bunch of Call of Duty and other first-person shooters. That was my fucking childhood, and I disliked Minecraft.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah,
My,
okay.
my childhood consisted of playing a lot of Spyro, a lot of Crash Bandicoot, a game called Nuclear Strike. It was like this weird helicopter pilot game.
Never change Spark. Spark is perfect the way it is.
A game, the Tomb Raider series, like the original Tomb Raider series. That's what I grew up playing.
My first adventure with Spyro was actually with Singo. It was Spyro and Cinder. It was a PS2 game. And I guess it was one of the like worst ones. Because I also played Titan's Revenge Crash Bandicoot. Which I did not mind. Because it was my first experience with the franchise. And Spark reminded me a lot of Datster. And I like that. I like when the sidekick is very witty. I don't like it when they're dumb.
Justin, 1 moment.
Which, yeah, they exist, and holy fuck, I grow no attachment to them.
Fresh blood.
But I Spark was very witty in those games, and I did that Cinder Club.
Use your map to
So
guide you.
when I played Skylanders,
Crafting over here.
I'm like, oh, there's Cinder, there's Spyro. Holy fuck! Now look back, I'm like, why?
I mean-
don't want Skylanders. I wanted the Spyro game. Also, it's confirmed Crash Bandicoot has an Australian accent in the Spyro animated in the.
I would
Skylanders
assume that they're
animated
going to be
game.
coming out with a new Spyro game because of how well Crash Bandicoot did.
Crash did well.
Like,
Have they-
It revitalized the series hilariously.
You wanna know why? And this is something that every dev needs to take notes on. They did the exact same thing that made the games people like.
Yep.
They did the exact. They didn't try and do something different because they've tried that before. It didn't work. They
See, doing stuff different isn't the problem. It's like the way they do the different shit and then they try and change the story in such a way that makes it like
You first hear is Crash Bandicoot.
more modern. Let's make the story modernized. Fucking the best modernization I've seen. The best modernization I've seen when they change shit is revolved around Crash Bandicoot. That had so many differences to
Triple take here.
The originals.
but it was still like that feeling of
It was still fresh.
Yep.
And what's
We're
funny
closing in
is
a minute. We're not close.
a lot of companies will always think, oh well, you know,
Energy mag here. Level 3.
I haven't seen a fucking.
I need it.
Oh, I can't. Konami won't remake those games, and I'm sad about it. They won't remake Contra. You joking?
45 seconds. Ring
They
spawn.
they only put it in the classic collection. They won't make another Contra game. It's terrible. Ugh. I want to see those because like I do like Konami's
the problem with how they do stuff sometimes is they'll make a remake or they'll do something like that. It won't do well because it's ass. They'll just give up on the thing. And it's like, if you realize if you did it the proper way, it would not have done that.
You know what's sad with that statement?
Charging
That
shields.
people were saying that Sega was going to remaster Sonic Unleashed, which is my favorite Sonic game,
It's a fun one.
and it was going to be based on how Sonic Colors did.
Down to flyer.
You know how Sonic Colors did?
Now what?
Heads up. The ring's
A
out.
glitchy mess. The remaster was worse than the Wii original game.
Gross.
Choke that out.
Yeah, and they're still patching it. I don't think we're seeing a Sonic Unleashed remake.
That'll happen sometimes.
I hope so. I really do, because it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
I mean, like,
And-
sometimes you won't see the things that you want because one reason or another. And it always sucks when that happens, but
Delivering care package.
that is the way the cookie
Heads
crumbles.
up. Care package coming.
Because with what was funny is how I got into Sonic Adventure 2 was Sonic Generations because of the City Escape theme. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
that was a good
"Fuck,
theme. That was a great theme.
Fuck, I need to play this game. And then when I finally bought it, I had so much fun
Here's the
playing
thing.
with it.
Sometimes I don't think games need remasters or remakes or whatever. They're
They just need ports.
like, yeah, they're good enough. Like, I think Unleashed is good enough.
Unleash is good enough, seriously. But there's few games that I know won't get ports, and I'm gravely disappointed in them that they won't get ports. And those are the Final Fantasy Dissidia games that were on the PSP and Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah,
2
that's a
and
shame.
3.
That's a shame.
Like,
The
oh,
Valkyria Chronicle games, the mechanics are a little weird, but it's
You get used to them. You get used to them. They're fun. They're I bias preference. I don't care how biased it sounds. I like that over XCOM. I like the 3DS.
It would take me some more playtime for that, but I'm more partial to XCOM.
I like top down. Don't get me wrong, but I've always preferred 3D.
I think one of the main reasons why I like turn-based top-down like that is because of the fact that this is gonna sound weird, but it gives me vibes of like chess almost. And I got a weird bias, a positive bias towards chess.
But aren't you glad I bought you Valkyria Chronicles? The guy you put in the series.
I saw someone, and I don't think they're selling cookies.
I kept on praising that as a good series, and it's like, yeah, I'll play around, and I'm like, I buy it, you're playing it.
No, it's one of those things where I say that, and eventually, like, I'm not just saying that to say that. Eventually, I will get it and play it. It just might not be the next day like you wanted it to be. You literally wanted it to be tomorrow, kind of a situation, and therefore you purchase it. And just like you purchased the other games, that went up a couple of bumps on my playlist. So I'm going to end up playing those. I'm gonna end up playing those a lot sooner than I would have. That being the Left 4 Dead games.
Because I'm not kind of person, if I recommend a game, like, I don't want to wait like months for someone to say it's like, wow, that's such a good game. It's like, bro, I recommended you that like 2 years ago. Like what?
That's a couple of really good shots.
With how a lot of games that we grew up on, I feel like they did the remaster for God of War, Ratchet and Clank,
Oh shit.
Sly Cooper, Jack and Daxter for the PS3. Why don't you just port them to the PS5? Like, please. You already did the remasters of them.
I'm taking shots.
Just port them. Seriously, you want to make a lot of money on that. Like, of course people will buy God of War 1, 2, and 3. Duh. Because it...
Well, it's funny because those games were like kind of a surprise for me when I played them, because I never really played beat 'em ups, right?
Hack and slash.
Oh shit. Probably never mind. Anyways, hack and slash they're called? Whatever.
Yeah.
I've never played hack and slash games like that until God of War. They definitely intrigued me immensely when I got into them, and they're like hack and slash, a little bit of puzzles, stuff like that. And then I kind of want to see about getting the games again, like God of War 1 and 2. I can do my like speed that I was doing.
I got them
one
on
of the
PS.
first games I speed ran was God of War. It was one of those where I didn't keep up with it, unfortunately.
Speed runs of those games are fun to watch.
They are.
You swim underneath everything.
Well, I meant speed run as in like a non out of bounds speed run, like just playing the game fast.
God,
Let's go this way.
seeing those in Devil May Cry. Oof, 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 oof.
I love watching some of the Bethesda ones. Those get fucking stupid.
I think one of my favorites is Titanfall ones also, because of movement.
Oh, I bet that gets in.
Yeah, it
1 minute
does.
rings not far.
The fastest one I went through the training for Titanfall 2, I think was 11 seconds.
And I
they killed
believe it.
everyone.
I believe it because I've seen some of the ridiculous fucking numbers on that when playing that game.
And it's like, what the fuck? That shit's cool. And they don't even miss someone. It's like so backed out. God. Love that. Like, that's one of the main reasons why I do love Titanfall's movement. One game I do want to see make a proper return is I do want Modern Sonic to actually like I know how memeable what I'm saying is to actually get a fucking good game.
It's no use.
I actually like Sonic cassettes.
I mean, a lot of the
I'm not
people that
gonna-
I've watched do playthroughs of it purposefully did shit in such a way to where it was like making the glitches pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
it's not-
hilarious.
There is a new kill leader.
Somebody used a jump pad and
oh yeah,
loot went flying.
Delivering care package.
weird enough, if you don't try and make the glitches happen, it's not that bad of a game.
Yeah, if you just play the game how it's intended to and not,
It's not the story shit.
I mean,
The story's a big yikes. But I don't know, I don't look at Sonic's story, I just look at
You need to
Shadow's
move, man.
and Silver's. Silver was a good character. But since Sonic 06 didn't do well, he was thrown to the side.
developers are kind of shit.
Yeah, Silver.
They
actually
blame
had
it
a lot
on like, they don't blame it on themselves is the problem. They blame it on like
of
people who
character.
bought the game. They blame it on characters of the game. And it's like, you're the fuckers who made it, idiots.
You made the fucking game, bro. You made the damn game.
If it's not
Just-
selling and people are complaining it's bad, it's not because
I want them to remake those games so badly. Fuck. Ape Escape. Holy shit! I want them to remake Ape Escape. That's my childhood. Give me Ape Escape 3. Give me Ape Escape 3. Fuck, I need it.
Trust in the All Father.
It's on Steam. God. It's my childhood. Like, I'm dead serious when I say that.
Taking a moment to recharge my shields.
Replicator incoming.
No. Ape Escape's not
Recharging my
on Steam.
shields.
Let's try Epic. Have you ever played Ape Escape?
kind of. I know what it is.
They're fun. The gameplay loop is so addicting. I remember it vividly too. It's not like, oh, I might remember it. No, I remember it vividly. Like
There was like an Ape Escape thing you could do in Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm not joking either.
yeah, I know about that one.
Patching myself up.
I should have. Ooh,
1 minute.
shit.
Ring's pretty close.
Bad dudes over there. Hit the ejector seat. Still ring close, amigos. Charging shields. Come on, come on.
Throwing thermite grenade.
But it's just I
30 seconds
I
until
miss
the
those
ring
games,
closes.
dude. Like
You like cutting it?
I will always stand by. I prefer the newer ones. Like, don't get me wrong, some of the newer games are really fun. But a lot of the older games gave a shit about creating a world and cared a lot about what they put in story.
Oh, shit. Two teams. Back up, back up, back up.
Let's go this way.
But they gave a shit about the story, they gave a shit about what they wanted to tell. And there's a lot of games now that just don't want to do that because they want microtransactions and they want to sell stuff non-stop, and it's something I miss.
There is another squad. They are attacking.
When you got a game, and I'm not going to do generic, when you got a game you got everything there. It's like, no, when you got a game, you got a game that will last you a bit. But now with some games, you pick up the game, lasts you for like 10, 20 minutes, and then you're done. Or they just
I wish
stuff-
my team would have backed up. That's a shame.
or they just stuff you with microtransactions, and
Well, that wasn't the best I've ever done in this game.
they should really make more games like that though.
It really goes to show you when you're like distracted, you get do so bad in a game like this. I'm
Trust
actually
me,
glad.
no.
I'm so glad though because it's taught me something. Taught me something for the future. Sure.
Learn how to play passively?
No, I can't play a game like this passively. My brain is wired weird, where stuff like that I just cannot. I can focus on playing the game and talking. I cannot focus on holding a conversation. This should be obvious from how badly I was playing XCOM.
But the thing is, I'm like that with Guilty Gear, almost if I'm playing a friendlies. Because if I'm playing ranked, I get headaches.
I'm like that
I'm
with
trying
any
to hold
game.
a conversation.
Like that
If
with
I'm trying,
any game.
it's just, I can't.
It took me like even now I still don't do that, but it took me 2.5 years plus to be able to play a game and talk while I'm playing the game. I can hold a conversation. I can't play the game good when I'm having a conversation
I
with
learned
somebody
that I
else.
played the game good because I always played GTA with friends. And eventually just, yeah.
True.
Brain went passive mode on that.
I was very solo-like with a lot of the games.
Um,
I had a good fun time.
oh yeah, I began watching Hellsing.
Oh,
Not the abridged series,
I
the
figured it was
OG.
the original. How'd you like
I like it.
Hellsing or
a
Hellsing
lot.
Ultimate?
Hellsing Ultimate.
Okay.
And I'm getting the Hellsing manga.
Definitely recommend you watch the after Ultimate. You don't have to.
No, I know, but my favorite fucking scene is in the abridged. It's like, Edison, it's been 2 days, but it feels like it's been years.
Yep.
That's the scene I would go back to. And it's like, so what's this guy's name again? I better watch it for.
Like very enthusiastic one.
It's fucking hilarious, but when you look at the original Hellsing,
Yeah.
like Hellsing Ultimate, it is so well done.
Oh yeah, it is.
And if you
One
like
of my
that
favorite.
gothic,
One of my favorites.
if you like that gothic tone, highly recommend it because it definitely has that tone, and that tone is noticeable. I mean, it's vampires.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched Hellsing Ultimate before.
I also, I'm
I
not gonna spoil the scene, but how they talked about how vampires get turned
Yep.
and what vampires can be turned, and legitimately like 5-10 minutes after they show it to you.
yeah, that was pretty. The way they show and tell is
Yeah, show, don't tell.
call it hair.
Okay.
I enjoyed our conversation.
I think I have a video that I should show you really quickly.
I'll
if I
watch the
could.
video after I disconnect.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Till we talk next time.
Yep.
Take care, man.
Poof, poof.
Bye. That was fun. I am gonna be wrapping up here, obviously. And I would like to say, for those of you that are new to the kingdom, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Hey, watching on YouTube. Also utilize links. All my links to catch me, my associated sites, including but not limited to Twitch, where you can follow me over there and catch me when I live at 8 p.m. PST every weekday. Tomorrow's gonna be more of the same. I might go live a little bit earlier with Assassin's Creed. I do not know. See. Till next time, however, that is gonna be it for me. So, till then, take care and have a good one. Both Twitch and YouTube. Bye.